decade towards building the society of tomorrow. Let's take a quick look at faction stuff. All right, it's 41, 413, 42. It might take a sec for that to for the game to realize how that'll affect. Probably till next month. Or maybe after a pause. Nope. I guess I'll have to look at it later. First contact event. Zeta aliens. We're still gathering data on the alien spacecraft that was reported in the, I'm not going to try and pronounce that correctly, Padajataron. Oh, maybe I got it right. System. If this vessel is an emissary of a previously unknown alien civilization, that seems likely must return if they go with the grace of it. Yeah, I'm not going to read that hyper-spiritualist crap. We must figure out their belief system, basically. Yep. 2 empires. It's definitely an empire. You can see a signed ship surveying. It's not like spaceborne aliens. I do hope I get a first contact on the space amoebas. It would suck by keeping bubbles like, which might not even be a normal space amoeba. Like, I don't know if she's stronger or weaker. The one that has 3 growth stages, I think she only has 2. Juvenile in her current form. She becomes like a elder one, but it's actually like not through the normal growth mechanics. It's after 100 years. 100 years from when she joined your empire. Do have a few. There's amoeboid pacification, which I got from keeping bubbles, and hopefully I'll still be able to do the study later. The drone study. Woodworm research. So this can, I'll probably use it to get extra food output, extra mineral output. Probably take the tech from this because my successor empire won't inherit empire modifiers or flags. So actually, the ice alien armies are a temporary thing regardless. For instance, I could just have made them workers. Ice aliens, well, I mean, I haven't done anything. I could make them workers and get a new alien race that will, unlike the Azizan armies, be something that will always be around. I'm just not sure it's worth it. Toids, drones. No, what the heck am I saying? They'll probably might be in my capital, and they'll be ideal farmers. I mean, ideal farmers. They end up with agrarian very strong. Start off as proles, I think, and then become agrarian very strong instead. And there'll be a new species they can Gmod in with different traits and get closer to xenophiles, have enough different species to be happy. More importantly, though, it'll help my economic snowball so much. It's probably better in the Zizan armies because they can just spam more clone armies. And I should still end up possibly getting Titanic Beast armies. Sustain them on Striber. Unless I wanted to try go xenophobe just so I could eat them instead, which is a better modifier for the planet, but I mean, I'm fine with just spamming clone armies. Actually, slightly more efficient for war exhaustion than the big armies like the Azizans, which I think they're 3 times as hard to kill as normally and provide twice the war exhaustion, whereas a clone army just provides half. So double efficiency versus like an extra half the losses versus 2/3 the losses to war exhaustion versus normal armies. The clone armies are more efficient. The Titanic Beasts actually cause more collateral damage too. The Seasons don't, though. They actually provide the same collateral damage as normal Assault army. I guess something about sticky mucus, not blowing shit up. Slugs are careful? I don't know. Slugs are weird. And I think I've got enough consumer goods stockpiled. It is past time. Could automate. No way in heck I would do that, especially with such high upkeep. I have 300, 500, 600. Assuming you can even 700 ish jobs that, yeah, it'd be worth less than 200. It would not. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's no way in hell it would make sense. Well, even with the orders halls. Just getting extra squires. 2, maybe 300 for. Might just barely pay for itself, but I'd rather have another stronghold, which is what I'm going for. Because more knights. Maybe that or medical center. Because they do have some of, these pops. Making a little habily, but they're going to grow so slow, I don't think it's worth. Stronghold. Planetary Stronghold houses a substantial garrison force to protect the world from invasion and rebellion. Oh yeah, because the strength of defense armies allow a planet to be less stable without having... What it actually does is it slows rebellion situation progress, and if the progress can't be at least, positive, if it would be negative, you don't even get the situation. So, strong defense armies can mean the difference between a planet rebelling and not. Or strong garrison. It doesn't necessarily have to be just defense armies. If you land assault armies in the world, it adds to garrison strength. But you have to spend a ton of energy upkeeping enough armies for that to matter, usually. Clones are a little more cost effective for that. Kind of Star Wars-y resonance. Because the stormtroopers, the clone soldiers in Star Wars. At least at first they were clones.
Construction completed.
You wouldn't actually want them fighting on a planet, because assault armies stationed in the world do generate collateral damage when defending, although it's reduced to 1/4 the rate when attacking. If I remember. Defense armies produce no collateral, though. Trent Starbase has finished its construction queue. Could be wrong about that. And they need a hydrogen expand. Actually running a big food deficit. Why? Am I trading so much food to? Oh, these Odagons. No, yeah, I'm giving them 33 food. That's not that much. That did increase the size of my deficit. Yep. So. There's no reason not to just queue this right up. I have so many hours. That way I won't miss a day. 43. 33. Actually, not bad on that. Be at 29. Minus 29 food, and then 2 more of these, and I'll be at minus 5. I'll have to more farmers eventually, but I can get almost all my food. Deficit met through hydroponics. do have farmer jobs here. I'm just focusing on running technicians and miners instead. Isaac will eventually be much closer to neutron food. It's not worth doing anchor with the very limited space for, well, anything. But have more orders, defenses, and housing in the long run for more squires. And a synth is already in a food surplus. So yeah, more than anything, it's just a matter of trades. Plants are in surplus. I have to remember part of the base empire food production that might not count for reducing planetary deficits. Like you could be at 0, but it acts like you're at minus 20 food. If that base 20 doesn't count, I don't know. I have to do some testing with like a new game where the base output is most of my output and see what I can manage. Places I don't mind. Cultist Fleet. Strubius, because it's Tomb World. I might want to delay upsetting the spirit just a little bit. I'm gonna do it for sure. Eventually. Liaison. There's no way Cultist ships will spawn there anyways, since this is where I'll do the Cultist warship debris, but like that archaeology site. Oh, get me up to 22 systems. Should be able to get to 25 without too much problem. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Anything more is going to have to require either leapfrogging these guys or absorbing them. Or fighting the hive. Oh well. 25 is a decent number of systems to manage. A lot of star bases and a number of planets, which are the bigger management burden. Oh yeah, did want to check. It's hard to even see where these things are now. Where is the Ascension? Oh. 1,800. This is the effective planetary designation, 25%. It's like an extra 2.5% resources for jobs. That's not terrible. I may do that eventually. First, Fortress Doctrine. And probably some mercantile tradition stuff. I might not finish unyielding right away. No, I might, because by morphogenesis, so it's only 2 more traditions. Plus, being able to more easily win defensive wars puts me in a much better situation relative to this hive. Mind, I don't have to maintain as much military readiness to be able to win a war that way. By military readiness, I mean the amount of like fleets, upgrade defense platform, well, ships I have built, defense platforms I have built, and so forth. You know, allows me to do things like have more of my ships just be reserve fleet templates that haven't been upgraded yet, build defense platforms that haven't been upgraded because I have time. It's less of an issue if I have initial setbacks with the buffs from Bulwark of Harmony. So effectively, if you use it well, annealing can save you a lot of resources. Because it can mean less resources spent on your military. People just often don't realize this, I think, because the sort of player takes it off the sort of player who goes all out in defense no matter what. It's not where it really shines. Because that's overkill. It really shines when you use it to, be pacifist. Pacifist plus annealing, and then you're a heavily armed pacifist. Builds impressive fortifications that don't cost that much. Alright, keep wanting to look for leaders over there under government. It's not where it is. Ah, Commander's leveled up. Commander Gashi. When I say Gon, there's no N there. This is useless. I don't see any space fauna to hunt. Maybe the mining drones count as space fauna. Hull and armor regen, though. I think it only works out of combat, so it's not great either. Whatever. Can help with campaigns deep into Hive territory someday. Since this guy is a species of spare organs, so it'll live a lot longer. After 90, he may die, but then he gets another chance to roll again. Distracted, someone keeps really loudly opening and closing doors. I'm pretty sure I know which roommate's doing it, but it distracts me.
We have detected an anomaly.
By chance, we stumble upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this moon. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? Could be, maybe. But I'll come back for it, because I'm gonna race the survey before say the aliens do. Surprised there are any anomalies left here. Although, I'm going fairly deep. Yeah. You know what? I can have one of these science ships fall up on that anomaly. Laters. Even Batuta, maybe? Maybe. Maybe not. I just realized I didn't queue up the star for surveying. That's gonna change here. Find the first leak. maybe want to survey and Boris. I actually found some anomalies there before, surprisingly. It's definitely not optimal. Let's do the first lead thing later. Not like it's gonna give me their whole model. Oops, end. That's a morbid name. Not too fond of that song. I'll go with surveying this direction. Ah, that's even... Actually, that's an optimal path. If bigger than anything this way has already been surveyed, which is maybe not, so... Actually, there is some reason to redo that. But, if I remember. More tired than I thought today. Well, at this point, I mean, I did a few things. Groceries, laundry. Making myself a sandwich, which you wouldn't think would tire me out. You would be freaking surprised what tires me out sometimes when I'm on COVID. Some days. We have stumbled upon a starship graveyard. Solve a titanium battle, all that, yada yada. Let's use this to level up Anastasia or Nova. Actually, put Bergmeister here. Bergmeister has higher anomaly discovery chance, and let's make it actually. Well, let's lead up slower later. Then surveys. Actually, but do pay extra upkeep only there's no up. How long does it take to do this? 108. Yeah, no. Actually, ditch that. About Renova can do that. Entrepreneur would do the Graveyard Expedition. Maybe they'll find something of value. Or not. This excitement now comes from exploration. Definitely prioritize these robot jobs when they finish. But this is keep an eye on that. Not let the loyalty overflow again. Loyalty overflow. Not a good thing. Shoot him more than 100 loyalty built up, honestly. The cap is too low.
Construction completed.
2 new star bases. Yay. We've completed research of colonial bureaucracy. Local administrative developments allow for close supervision of colonial affairs without excessively burdening central decision making. Advanced food processing. Requires exotic gases. That's to base farmer food output. It's powerful, but I don't have exotic gases to actually run it. And climate optimization things, which is a ring world building. Also, this is a biology tech, which gets cheaper if I add a counselor position. It improves biology tech research rate. Ooh, Galactic Administration next to my 3rd Civic slot. That's nice. Kind of slow. And it don't think it's free. I think it still costs a bunch of uni. But hey, you can do system capital complexes, which have a limit of 1 per system, but most systems only have 1 world. Only a few have 2. So here and there, it only benefit 1 planet, like in the synth. And Vitsin, a synth, and Sojimia. So 3 systems that will only get 1 of these. But it's almost the training colonization. It's funny that has no particular affinity for, you know, subterranean origin empires. Yeah. Problem is I was thinking of doing the catalytic processing and I don't have the food to run that Civic right this second. Let's see, any other Civics to be worth having really early and then drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Agrarian idol, maybe. I was planning on doing catalytic processing first and then agrarian idol, but I could do it the other way around. Dimensional worship. Dimensional shrine starbase building produces unity. Requires a wormhole, astral scar, Asterift, L-gate, or Shroud Tunnel. Huh. Functional architecture is no longer very good. Imperial cult. Interestingly, this is still cost effective. Give me a sec. I'll work through these. Alright, I was looking around a little. The obvious things to maybe run, if it's too early to do catalytic processing, would be efficient bureaucracy, I think. or Imperial cult or diplomatic corps. Diplomatic corps may not seem worthwhile, but a lot of first contacts coming up, and also it extra trust cap would be enough to get a non-aggression pact with those northern imperialists. Ensuring they don't have to fight them. They sunk all these resources into it, which they shouldn't have, but those are a sunk cost. At this point, the marginal cost of getting friendly relations with them is probably worth it because it's a little bit more for a big benefit. Might be able to do it without extra envoy cap though, especially because they have the spy master person who could be on my council. Though she is tyrannical. What I'm going to do is I need to test. Saved. Cool. Because I'm not sure if briefly abandoned Genesis guides. Just so I can test this. And efficient bureaucracy. Because, right, I'm at 155 edicts fund. I'm not actually gonna, obviously this doesn't make sense to do long term. I just need to see. Reshuffles all the council positions? What? Huh. I'm at it. Just because I want to see if this reduces night upkeep. So I'm figuring out how stuff works. Okay. Genetic identification. Blah, 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 blah. There's a bunch of uni from knights. Do they count as bureaucrats for the purpose of... I also have some priests, so... Modifiers, minis, edict fund. Planetary defense armies, quest progress, naval capacity. Nope. The knights... Genetic identification works for the knights, but efficient bureaucracy does not. However, efficient bureaucracy does reduce night upkeep. Just doesn't give them any. They don't produce edict capacity. I think. Hmm. Interesting. All right. I mean, I'm not going to do that. It's interesting that you can reshuffle the council when you do it. Expand the council first. That'd be a lot more useful. Well, I could expand after. Actually, it wouldn't matter. If knights don't provide edict capacity, then efficient bureaucracy is not so great. Civil education. And there's state academies. I wanted to get the most out of my civilian population. This both reduces crime. State academies give 200 educator jobs and adds society research. Not society, adds research from civilians, but I don't have a lot of civilians right now. Oh, Byzantine bureaucracy? I thought that wasn't allowed for spiritual, so that changed. Huh. I have to see. Some of these things treat knights as priests and some don't. And it's never clear. Let's see. Stability. Adds to base uni output. The knights do receive uni from Byzantine bureaucracy. They don't provide stability, but they do. Need the month to tick over to see what stability goes up to here. Oh, no. So it's like 36 stability. Yeah, so it's weird. The knights are like half priests for some purposes. They could probably have their upkeep reduced in the council position. Yep, they do. They gain extra uni output. They have their upkeep reduced. It's not terrible. On Anchor, that would make for a little bit of extra uni. All things considering, probably rather Imperial Cult. And then I could run stuff like extended, well, maybe not that, but farming subsidies and research subsidies. Be paid for out of that, basically. Might only do farming, but something. Some farming subsidies. That's not nothing. Alright, well, I think it's Galactic Administration for the third thought. Problem is, it will delay. No. Shoot, if I do that, it'll be really expensive to take hydraulic processing, and I do want that. Be an extra reform. Reform the government costs 1,820 uni. Compared to 26,000 for that? Oh, jeez, research reforming the government's really cheap actually compared to a lot of things. Right, so let me rebalance the council, probably get rid of the Minister of State after a while. I mean, that will hurt first contact speed, but get something more useful. It's kind of iffy. It really is. Reform costs to pay for something like this entirely. Give me a sec more. Sorry, it's taking a little time to think of like returns on investment. Yeah, I'm gonna do Galactic Administration. The other choice would be this. 19 months instead of 45. This is a little more than twice as much. Definitely gain some small amount of habitability, but synth is gain genetic memory anyways over time. Bitson is not densely populated, and yeah, I need to keep my economic core strong so that I can actually afford to build up the new colonies. This will help, but possibly through Imperial Cult. I could consider Byzantine bureaucracy, though. Uh, hmm. You did to upkeep minus 20%. Oh, that could be. It's easy to overlook the value of something like that. Already paying minus 25% you did to upkeep, which means. Yeah. And another minus 20% would go from 75 to 55. That's a big. It's almost like stuff fully costs not much more than 2/3 of what it currently does. Uh, so that's like at least 50 edict capacity. Cutthroat politics. Not as good as Imperial Cult, but extra code breaking. Oh, priest output. This one strongly works on the knights. Where's home planet has additional priest jobs. Oh yeah, okay. Probably Imperial Cult. That's just, it's such a strong civic for the early game. And I'm not far enough out of the early game. Alright, well. Yeah. Up this way. Probably should have taken Imperial Cult instead of Genesis Guides in the beginning. Since I didn't realize you could actually build Genesis Preserves later, so I could have done that in Hesic when I was ready for this. Instead of doing the Genesis arcs. I've already spent 1,000 minerals later and 200 alloys earlier, and have fewer district slots. So, yeah. Well. Gains unity from uplifting pre-sapient species, but I also... There is the Genesis project. Every time I settle world, I get a bonus, so... I think that also happens when I build a Genesis Preserve, though. So, extra influence in Uni. Yeah, if I was doing this again, I'd probably run Imperial Cult and take Genesis Preserve. I mean, Genesis Guides is a third Civic. Or a Switch later. Oh well. Stakes made. Got a pretty strong start. And it's a good time to get Galactic Administration. The administrative needs of the Star Empire is numerous as they are complex. Revise vacation. Probably got it because I did all these. I'm assuming I need these bureaucracy first. Adaptive and colonial before you can get Galactic Administration. If that's the case, then I just beeline right up the society path. All these. Or right up the statecraft path. I'm gonna get, this also unlocks further administrative path stuff. well-governed star empire. I don't think system capital complexes can be built most places because I don't have enough pops in most worlds, come to think of it. But whatever. Can be built some places. That much is true. Oh. You know, why? The analysts shouldn't be doing... I want to find anomalies out here. These systems will eventually probably be under my or my allies' control, it seems like. This will be under the Hive's control. Unless many of them have probably been surveyed. Surprised this area is so empty. Other empires probably like quite a bit out this way. Or maybe this is an empty... Maybe it's like over here. And this fallen empire, the Holy Guardians, is blocking. Who knows? I mean, yeah, their borders are closed to most empires, so be cool if there was a whole area here I could develop uncontested eventually, or my vassals could. All right. Just gonna queue up a ton of these. I know I'm gonna be building that many. Power projection, sure, but also happier militarists. The naval cap keeps growing because all the squires they actually had to naval capacity. Needing 12 naval cap, so each 100 squires adds 2, which makes it even harder to make the militarists happy. Social welfare adds, yeah, civilian job efficiency. Civilian jobs are actually pretty good. There's a monument on Anchor. I just need materials lab. Venture replace the clone vats probably with another stronghold. Someday, but for now, pop growth is king. Let's do fortresses instead of strongholds eventually, like upgrade them. There's always room for improvement.
The special project has concluded.
Ah, that's the University Prison Complex. And yay, it added, Terrabellum didn't add any deposits, but this one added a minor artifact deposit, which will go to the council here. But, can't trade minor artifacts, can you? Well, annoying, but might do things like hunt up specimen from among the minor artifacts they gather eventually. Someday this will be my territory, so something cool in Medgar, save it. For some reason, I forget something. Oh yeah, I should figure out what to do with that science ship, and I've been recording for an hour and 40 minutes, so shoot, I'm gonna cut the video here, because I need to think a little bit about that when I start the next video. Probably do it while I greet people, or whatever. I'm really lagging energetically. This seems like a good as time as any. to take a break from the recording, right? Yeah, nothing I missed. Alright, so I will see you folks later. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Next time, this Northstar Doom. Best luck to you all.